Skeptics are really fun to deal with. Me being one of them, you can imagine that I attract a lot of skeptics into my business. One of my favorite skeptics, and I don't even know where she stands because she's never shared that she's changed her mind or not. But she was the one that said, okay, what is the deal with the forgiveness? Well, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you asked. I had the same question. And when I shared with her about forgiveness, she was just like, almost like her BS meter was blowing up harder than mine was. So, I mean, I get it. You know, I can't fault anybody who thinks that this is all just a ton of crap. Because it sounds like it. You know, we've been trained in our culture to go along with what a doctor says, and they write you a script and you use this and that sounds amazing. And, you know, now we have jokes about, well, yeah, it's going to give you this laundry list of side effects, or like in the case of emotions, it just makes you feel numb at best and just completely zoned out at worst. So I get it, you know, I was the same way. And so I don't, when I think of an oil like forgiveness, at the time, and would speak to the same gal, that I would think, yeah, it sounds super ludicrous. But let me share with you just a little bit more about frequencies. Frequencies, let's talk about it like this. You're aware of acidic foods versus alkaline foods, yeah? Acidic foods would be like your cheeses, your meats, your breads, some grains, but some grains are also alkaline. Probably if you looked at, I was going to say the keto diet, but no, they still have you eat meat, which I'm like, why the hell? Because that's just tanking your frequency and whatever. Okay, I digress. So meat, cheeses, breads, some grains are more acidic. And what you need to know is that in an acidic environment, your body can become a breeding ground for disease. In an alkaline state, which is on the pH scale, above 7, it is where you would have your body more thrive, and disease and all of that can't live in an alkaline state. So alkaline foods would be something like kale, spinach, blackberries, you know, all your antioxidant foods. It's really a no-brainer when you sit there and if I say this to you, think, oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Alkaline and acidity. So in frequencies, you have acidity would be equal to low frequency, where when you are at a low frequency, there's just disease is there. Maybe you have a cold. You know, people who are depressed are chronically sick. When you are in a high frequency state, think of it like alkaline foods or eating a lot of foods that are more high in alkalinity. Side note, coffee, right? Coffee can be very acidic, and it creates an acidic state in your body. Lowers your frequency too. They go hand in hand. On the contrast, you have tea. Not all teas. So some teas are high frequency. Some boost your alkalinity. Teas are still on the acidic side, but there's levels of acidity, right? So there's levels of frequency. I hope you're following me. But I like to talk about it in terms of food, because when you go to the market and you see the greens and the dark black or dark, you know, like blackberries, really rich, or dark blue, reds, gorgeous oranges, in your mind, you intuitively know those are high in alkaline, those are healthier for me. Now you can also add, they're also high frequency foods. When you were using essential oils, particularly for emotional health, man, high frequency oils should be your jam. So here we have forgiveness, which is just beautiful. Again, I know I said this earlier, don't smell it from here, but I gotta say, I mean, I do that instinctively because I pretty much like most of my oils, except for digest and maybe a couple others. The electrical frequencies of the oils in forgiveness, here in our book, it says that it may help release negative memories. It's great. If you need to forgive someone, you got to let those memories go. Then it goes on to say this may have powerful effects in helping people move past emotional barriers, enabling them to achieve a higher awareness, compelling them to forgive and let go. Bottom line, it just compels you, right? Like I was saying earlier in the very, very first intro here, you feel compelled. It's almost like you can't help it. The oils and forgiveness are going to create a space in your mind where you're just going, this is incredible. I can't help but want to forgive, because you're just thinking differently. Your mind feels different. Your frequency is raised. Your alkalinity is raised. I mean, think about it. When you're eating a freaking cheeseburger and fries, you feel like crap afterwards, don't you? I mean, come on. Nobody has ever said, I feel amazing after Burger King, yeah? However, if you have a nice fresh salad with just a yummy dressing on it, right, and some walnuts and just some really delicious vegetables in there, your body responds and you feel good. Some people might go so far as that you would actually be compelled to go for a walk. I know it works for me. But how compelled are we to go for a walk after a McDonald's cheeseburger? Not always, right? Not ever. So you got rose, melissa, helichrysum, angelica, frankincense, sandalwood is in this blend, lavender, bergamot, geranium, jasmine, lemon, palmarosa. Side note, palmarosa is amazing. It's a beautiful oil. Roman chamomile, and then ylang ylang. I don't know, this may not have, it has rosewood. Again, I should have mentioned, this is one of the first editions of a reference guide, and so the data could be changed at this point, but the frequency in this one, you guys, is 192. 192. Present time, as you might remember, was 98. And what was Trauma Life? 90? 92? I mean, that's a lot different. So smelling an oil like forgiveness, you're going to automatically be boosted. It's a great oil. If you have a situation in your home, like I do, with 5 children, 4 pets, we all kind of go at it sometimes. Diffusing forgiveness is a great idea because it compels everybody to have that, okay, I am going to just chill out, get over myself, and forgive. Also, and I'm so glad my dog started barking because this reminds me, forgiveness is so great for dogs with aggression. I've been using this on one of my dogs who barks a lot, who just gets real frustrated with the other dogs. And it's a great oil. So I hope that helps you feel a little bit more compelled to not look at an oil like forgiveness and go, that is just BS. Because it's really not. I can assure you it's not. It's funny when I think about the emotional oils or the emotional component of the oils, I talk more about that than I talk about like, oh, use peppermint for a stomach ache or a headache. Because I would probably say to you, if you have a headache, who are you mad at? What are you stressed out about? And or I would say, have you drank water today? It always goes back to emotions, really. I mean, doesn't everything though? So, all right, that's it for today. We'll dive in and talk about, harmony and inner child, and I may revisit Valor. We'll see, because Valor it's just beautiful, right? Everybody needs some Valor.